guys, and welcome back to my channel. You already know the vibes. If you're new, drop a comment down below, let me know where you're coming from. If you're a returning sub, then I see you. We're back with another video. Going straight into this one, guys. I'm excited for it. I was gifted this slow cooker by Russell Hobbs, so I'm gonna see what I can do with it. Fun fact, I've never used one. I feel like I've always been around a slow cooker. I may or may not have one, but I've just not used it. Like, I'll always just use a pot or a casserole dish or something like that. I've never used this, so I'm going to use it right now to make a steak sandwich. So I have a nice piece of braising steak here. All my seasonings, butter, onions, garlic, thyme, rosemary, all of that stuff. We're going to make a steak sandwich in a brioche baguette. I'm not making the brioche, but it sounds nice. Put some cheese in there. So we're going to get straight into it. The ingredients list will always be in the description down below. Let's get straight into it and make a slow cooker steak sandwich. That's what we're calling it today. Let's get straight into it, guys. Okay, so this is everything that you are going to need here. Your steak, your seasonings, garlic salt, garlic granules, thyme, Italian herb seasoning, smoked paprika, Old Bay and ground black pepper. Then you are going to need 1 small onion, 2 garlic cloves whole. This looks like more, but I promise they're just small. Then some fresh rosemary, fresh thyme and butter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to season this, unbox the slow cooker, give it a quick wash, and then we're going to get started. So it will give us enough time to let this marinate for a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to go in with is some Old Bay. I'm going to put a little bit in this dish that I am seasoning it in as well, so that when I flip it over there's enough in there. I'm going to add some black pepper as well. I'll put the exact measurements in the ingredients below. Some smoked paprika as well. Some Italian herb seasoning. This, I'm guessing you'll find a load of different brands of this, but any blend is fine. That was some fresh thyme. That was some dry thyme. Some garlic granules as well. And then some garlic salt, which you won't need a 3/4 teaspoon of. We're going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon in this because it's salt, so we won't need so much of garlic salt. Rub it down and give it a mix in whatever dish that you have it in. Leave it to rest for at least 20 minutes. And I'm going to use that 20 minutes to unbox my slow cooker. So let's see. Okay, so I have washed my slow cooker. I've just given it a rinse. And I'm still, to be honest, guys, I'm trying to get my head around things. I'm the type of person that doesn't really like to read instructions. But there wasn't actually any with it. I'm looking in the box again. Yeah, no instructions. It just says that there's a low setting, which I'm guessing is 1, then a high setting, which I'm guessing is 2, and then a keep warm. So for now, I think I'll be cooking on high, and then I'll check on everything. But until then, here we have the steak, and we have about 2 tablespoons of butter in here, herbs, garlic, and 1 onion. You won't need the onion right now, but you'll need everything else. So what we're going to do first, I'm getting my pan. Get it nice and hot. Put some vegetable oil in there, about a tablespoon. Get that oil all around your hot pan, and you want it to get nice and hot because you want a nice sear on this. Put it right down into that pan. See how that's got that nice crust on there? That's what we want. So once we've got our steak like that, it's been 2 minutes on either side. Turn the heat down to medium. So it was just on high. Now we're putting it on medium. We're going to add these garlic cloves in there. And then we're going to add the butter. Just add your fresh thyme and rosemary in there as well, so that we can just season that butter at the side like that. So just keep on, you know, infusing those herbs and garlic into the butter, and then we're going to put all of this into the slow cooker, and it's just going to melt down and be delicious. Let those herbs rest on top of the steak along with that garlic, just so that all that flavour can drip down into it. Zoom in so you guys can see. That's what your steak needs to be looking like right now. Okay, so I've got my slow cooker here and I've put it on 2. So I'm going to do it that way for now, because I'm not sure exactly how this is going to cook, but we're working with it here. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 onion at the base, and I've kind of just cut them freestyle, but most of them I did in like rings. Put the bit of steak on top. Do not get rid of this yet. I'm going to put a little bit of this Maggi Liquid Seasoning. I'm going to put this into this here, just about a tablespoon of that. I'm going to pour about a 1/4 cup of boiling water. Just let everything kind of like take off the excess, and then I'm going to pour it right beside the steak, not over the top, just beside it, so that it goes to where those onions are. And then this is what it should look like. As I said, guys, I'm not sure how this is going to go. My first time using a slow cooker. So we've got it on 2. I'm going to leave it for a couple of hours, or maybe an hour, come back to it, see how it looks, and then go from there. But that's basically it. And we're good to go. So this is about 4 hours later. So all that thyme and garlic has just... But that's what you need to do now, just mash that garlic into the juices there, so it just infuses into that. You can move the thyme and rosemary over as well. Look at that meat, it's just nice and soft. That's what you want. Now, I'm not sure about my next step. I've been literally sitting down thinking, am I going to shred this up? Am I going to let it cool, then slice it? But I think what I'm going to do is remove some of the excess fat from here, and then literally shred this all up, I think, just to keep it nice and juicy. Take out some of the fat. It will be hard to try and get it all, but just get at least the majority out. And then once you've skimmed the excess fat, we're going to shred up this meat. Let it continue to do its thing on high, and then I'm going to shred some cheese, toast the brioche. It's going to be good. What I'm going to do is take out the stems of thyme and rosemary. Now I'm just going to rip apart this meat, which is so nice and tender. Hold on, if I can just pick it up and show you how tender that is. Look at that. It's literally just falling apart, which is kind of how you want it to be. You just want to not shred it too much, just kind of pull it apart, let it still have some of those chunks in there. Apart like so. This looks so good, and it took about 4 hours, but I didn't do much. Didn't do much at all. That's how you want your meat to look. Then what I'm going to do, let me just get some of those onions from the bottom. They've pretty much disintegrated into the sauce, but there's some onions in there. Look, there they are. I put the lid on and leave it on high still, just like that. I've got my oven on at like 200 because I want to put these brioche baguettes in to like get a bit crispy, and then I am going to slice them. One of these for now. Look at that bread, it looks so nice, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to put one in, let it get nice and firm and crispy, and then we're going to take it out and slice it. Or should I do it? No, you know what, I'm going to do it now. And literally I'm just going to slice it right down the middle. It's already kind of like pre-done because that was pretty easy for me. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to open it up and do the same. So I'm going to put it in like this for about 5-10 minutes. I've put the bread in the oven under the grill to get nice and toasty because we don't want it to get too soggy when we put the meat on. Our steak sandwich here, look at that, look at that. Meat and cheese, the butter, sorry, I'm down here again. The buttery brioche with the like the saltiness of the cheese and the meat. Look at this, hold on. Look at that. Go and get the ingredients and make it at home. You will not be disappointed. The ingredients list will always be in the description down below. You need to go and try this, honestly, you won't regret it. See you in the next video.